He's never fought us. Not us united.
My favorite moment in the entire... Maybe I should complicate this before I start speaking here. Welcome to Comics League Indie Wednesday, and I'm here with a fellow indie writer, Nick from the Phoenix Press. What's up, brother?
Not much. Just enjoying some good old H2O.
Exactly. And now we're good. So this counts as an indie book because it's Wonder Woman Conan by DC and Dark Horse. That's why it counts. Now, Nick has not read this book, so I'm going to explain the plot to him.
Oh, how convenient, because that way you can also explain it to the audience.
Yeah, exactly. So with this book, it's basically Conan's quest to find a childhood friend, his childhood sweetheart. And he saves this dude from being like beaten up. And the dude goes, hey, listen, in this town, there's this warrior woman that is like fighting in the gladiatorial pits. She may be your friend. Turns out it's Wonder Woman, who's been transported to Conan's world, has no memory of who she is.
Ooh.
Now, what's cool about this book is that they sort of like make you think maybe this was Wonder Woman because the girl, Conan's actual girlfriend, I'm going to call her, is from a tribe of only women. And her name is like, I think like Donna or someone. It's it's Yana. It's very close to Diana. So they fight and Wonder Woman like completely destroys everyone. They actually call her Warrior Witch. So I'm like, all right.
Getting those double W's in.
Yeah, exactly. And so we get we get lots of flashbacks. By the way, this is done by Wonder Woman writer Gail Simone, who has written some fantastic stuff for Wonder Woman. And
she also did a lot of really good Birds of Prey stories back in the day.
Yeah. And then we also
He's
have
not that much of a good human being now.
Yeah, we got comic skate artist Aaron Lopresti.
Can I just say, like when was this done?
This was done. I have to see. Hang on. Let me see here.
Because that's just such an ironic combination.
It came out in it was 2017 is when the first issues came out, I think.
Oh my god! I wonder how she feels about this now. Considering,
well, I'm talking about it, and I'm going to tag both of them in the Twitter.
Please do, because like I feel
monitor
like
that tweet when I put it up. I want to see what happens with it. Oh. I'll even put Comic Skate in the thing.
I wonder, like, I think I'm blocked by her, but like I don't know if you are.
I'm probably am for some reason because all these people block people that follow these certain people. So I'm like, all right.
Like I know I'm blocked by Dan Slott, even though I've never interacted with him.
Oh, he blocks people all the time. But anyway, back to the book. So they fight and they escape from their bondage because what the crowd wants, they want Wonder Woman v Conan. And in fact, all this time they're being stalked by these ravens that turn out to be ancient like Greek witches that are basically doing this for their own amusement because the Greek gods and characters always do really bad stuff to people for their own amusement. So they fight and they break out of their bondage and they escape on a ship. Actually, they're kidnapped and sent on a ship. And so they toil hard in the day and night. And then the ship essentially runs aground and then they dive out. And then they're in the water. And then what's kind of funny is they use like the lasso of truth to like actually they use a chain to like kill a shark that like crack its neck, kind of like King Kong style. This whole time they're trying to essentially Conan keeps calling her Yana, and she's like, "That's not my name, bro." She slowly starts regaining her memory is the point. But what's cool about the book is that it could have been they do it up until like issue 2 or 3. They make you think this could be an Elseworlds where Wonder Woman exists in the same world as Conan until the Raven girls show up and go, "No, we plucked you from another dimension." Now I'm like, is there a god of the sun there?
Is there a dark knight?
Who broods in a cave and buys casinos and banks? It's a Batman Begins and Justice League reference.
Buys hotels.
Best hotel. I'm buying this hotel. I'm
Oh
setting
my god,
new
I
rules.
love that scene.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm setting new rules about the pool area. I love that. The dude goes, "This is not an issue of money. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." No, I own this place now. So, I love this. Nice car. You should see my other one.
Oh, also, fun fact about Dark Knight. The Dark Knight, the Lamborghini he uses, I believe the name is Italian for bat.
and,
So he's still using a Batmobile.
and all the soundtracks for the movie are named after bat species.
Really?
Yeah, all the soundtracks. And then when you look at them one on top of each other in order, it spells out Batman. Yeah. So basically, throughout the entire thing, you're seeing like flashbacks to Conan's youth, and then Conan and Yana decide, let's leave this village and go out on our own because we don't want to be slaves to our own fate. Because Yana's going to inherit her tribal leadership, and she doesn't want to. This whole time, and then Wonder Woman starts regaining her memory. She's like, "My name's Diana." There's this funny scene where they're in a tavern, and then Diana gets drunk, and she keeps going, "Oh, I don't feel so good." She face palms onto the table, and then you see like a bunch of these dudes show up and go, "Hey, pretty lady," and then Conan's like, "Don't do it, bro. It's not going to turn out well for you." And then Wonder Woman completely destroys them.
So Bruce Wayne drives a Lamborghini Murcielago. Which is the Spanish word for bat.
That's nice.
So he was still driving his Batmobile.
There's plenty of fights here, and then you get a flashback to like actually no, you get a story in Themyscira where Hippolyta is like, "Hey, we now know where Wonder Woman was taken. We need a party to go find her." So a bunch of Amazons show up in Conan's world. It's like one is like Artemis, and she like shoots one of the ravens with an arrow and kills it. It doesn't kill it yet. And eventually, so the Amazons show up, and then eventually they find Diana and go, "Yo, you're supposed to get back here." And honestly, first, the ravens find Diana and Conan and tell them, "You have to fight or we'll kill Yana." And others, it's not, Wonder Woman is not the girl that Conan grew up with. In fact, she's been kidnapped, and then she's going to die if you don't fight. So Conan starts fighting. And then eventually they're stopped by the Amazons who take Wonder Woman and leave, but not before Wonder Woman gives Conan one of her bracelets and the lasso of truth. And Hippolyta's like, "You gave a man the lasso of truth? The gift given by the gods to you?" And she's like, "I had to give him some to remember me by. He saved my life." And then actually she sneaks away and goes back to the world because there's a big battle, and this town is going to get wiped out. So her and Conan go and essentially return and fight and save it. And then Wonder Woman actually shows up like a squad of Amazons, and they like destroy everyone. And then actually,
at that point, is she wearing her Wonder Woman getup?
Yeah, she is. And actually, she goes. She essentially goes, "Amazons, yes, princess, make me proud." And they just. And all of a sudden, when I was reading this, I just hear that's like anytime I'm reading a Wonder Woman book, it's like I start to hearing that soundtrack. Wonder Woman shows up, and then actually Conan goes, "You're back," and then Wonder Woman goes, "Obviously." Like I love when Wonder Woman is written sarcastically because she's so good sarcastic.
Yeah.
So and then the Crow people are killed because one gets her head lopped off, and Wonder Woman like punches out another one. They save Yara, and then Wonder Woman returns to our world, and then so it turns out so essentially Wonder Woman thinks that Yara was the Wonder Woman of Conan's world, meaning there's a Conan of her world. She finds the dude and then asks him out on a date. Because before she leaves, she makes out with Conan, which is an image that I didn't know I wanted to see, but I kind of do. So that's that. What's kind of cool is that, first off, I love Aaron Lopresti's art because I have a couple of other...
Now I want to commission a fan art. I want to get someone to do a Frazetta-style picture of Conan looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, making out with Wonder Woman looking like Gal Gadot.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just like just from that run. But like the Conan looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger from the Méliès movies, and then you get Gal Gadot from like the modern ones. Like, I want to commission that now.
But yeah, I love it.
I want to find and do it in a Frank Frazetta style, so we can do Frazetta style.
Yeah, but anyway, so I love Aaron Lopresti's art.
That would be my Christmas gift to you.
Okay, I love that. Thank you. But I love Aaron Lopresti's art. He's done Wonder Woman for like a while, but back in the day before everyone got so crazy. And he's a fantastic artist. Gail Simone is fantastic as a Wonder Woman writer, and it's very rare to find writers who are assigned to Wonder Woman who are actually really good.
Yeah, like Gail Simone's not a bad writer. It's just he's kind of a
bad Twitter takes. Bad Twitter takes and all that stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'm going too far with the bad person, but like bad Twitter presence. Let's
exactly. I'll give you that.
Settle on that.
A toxic Twitter presence, but I acknowledge with her. I separate the art from the artist because ultimately I love Wonder Woman, and a lot of the best Wonder Woman stories are written by her, so I really can't like hold it against her.
And honestly, I will say, no one writes Nightwing and Barbara better than her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like as far as the relationship between Dick and Barbara, like the stories where she focuses on that relationship are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one writes those two characters better than her.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that's ultimately the thing is that with a lot of these writers, you do have to separate art from the artist. Because I like Dan Slott's Spider-Man run. Don't like his Twitter posts, but I like Dan Slott's Spider-Man run.
I heard Spider Island was pretty good.
Spider-Man was great. We covered it on this channel. Actually, that was last video. Yeah, we did Spider Island. That was so good. Seeing everyone get spider powers and then spread because Peter had sex with his girlfriend. That's a way to
talk about.
He thinks that's why. He thinks that's how the powers got transferred, but it wasn't.
Isn't there like a story where like MJ gets cancer?
Yeah, from
radioactive sperm.
Yeah, that's like an alternate war. That's like the Dark Knight Returns for Spider-Man, and I'm like, it doesn't make it any better. It doesn't. It really doesn't. But anyway, back to Wonder Woman. Yeah. So ultimately, I love this storyline. Of the two characters, because they play this not like a superhero book, but as a regular sword and sorcery, like Lord of the Rings and Conan book. In other words, they could have easily had Wonder Woman like destroy everyone because of her superpowers, but they don't. And honestly, she doesn't use her superpowers for a lot of this. So it's really cool the way they do it. And I liked how in the beginning they make you think that Wonder Woman just existed in this world and she was essentially Conan's girlfriend. So dug that a lot. So I really like this book. It's
also
one of my
like the fact that like she took after Conan, started making out with him. That is a very Wonder Woman thing to do. Let's be honest.
Yeah, because Conan is the Superman of that universe, so it makes sense.
And Wonder Woman, she takes what she wants.
Yeah,
Conan is definitely the type of man that Wonder Woman would be interested in.
And to quote Wonder Woman in BVS, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me. That's the best line. That's her best line from BVS, I think. Besides, I've killed things from other worlds before. Like, yep, that's Wonder Woman for you.
Yeah.
But by the way, one tangent before I wrap up. That was the moment that sold me as Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is when she just turns to Bruce, smiles, and goes, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me. I'm like, that's Wonder Woman. There you go. Particularly her inflection, the way she talks. I'm like, yep, that is Diana. There you go. That's exactly the way she would act.
My favorite like Wonder Woman moment from BVS is when she's fighting Doomsday and he like knocks her on the ground.
And she just smiles.
Looks at him like, oh, this is getting fun. Like, she's not even scared of him. For her, this is sport.
And according to Gal Gadot, that was improv. She says, I thought I should give her more of like a feisty side. And I'm like, yes, there you go. You get the character. Again,
there's a reason why she is this generation's Wonder Woman.
Oh, she is this generation's Linda Carter.
Linda Carter was the Wonder Woman of her time.
Exactly. And what's kind of interesting, it's the same way that Henry Cavill is our generation's Christopher Reeves, and I would argue that Ben Affleck is our generation's Michael Keaton.
Those are all fair things to say.
Yep, there you go. And arguably, for me, they are my versions because, again, I grew up in this era, so I understand that.
Because here's the thing. If Christopher Reeve was still alive today, he probably would have been okay with Man of Steel. Yeah,
I think of Snyder's whole Superman arc, if it came out and Reeves saw it.
Christopher Reeve was a huge Superman fan.
Yeah.
Like, huge.
And he got the character if you hear him talking about Superman.
Yeah, and if Christopher Reeve said that like Henry Cavill, honestly, if Christopher Reeve was still alive when like they were doing the
They would have had a cameo.
Yeah,
By the way, did you hear? Apparently, Snyder asked to have the Christopher Reeves theme in the movie, but Warner Brothers said no.
You know what I think they would have done?
What?
Is if let's say Christopher Reeve never got paralyzed. Okay.
He would have been a Kryptonian
playing Pa Kent.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Because he's a really good actor. He was a really good actor.
And he would be old enough to be Pa Kent. Wow, that's actually really good. I never thought of that. That's actually great.
You have him either play Jor-El or Pa Kent.
It would be cool if he played Jor-El.
Yeah, because like Jor-El's a smaller part. Because having him play Pa Kent might be kind of distracting.
Particularly with Pa Kent dying. Everyone would have been like, Snyder killed Christopher Reeves!
Whereas Jor-El, it's more of a mythical role. And, and he kind of pops up here and there. So like it would probably work. You know. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this this Wonder Woman book, and let me know what like crossovers you guys would want to do, because we can do Batman Alien, Batman Predator, Superman Alien. My favorite team Superman Alien is when Superman gets face hugged and gets an alien embryo implanted in him, but it can't break out because he's Superman, so it like snaps his own neck trying to get out. So it's like, oh, here it comes, crack. That's it. Superman even flew to space, so if it got out, it would just float in space. I'm sorry, but my mind can only be like, well, it went in one way, it can only go out another way. No, it couldn't even escape because everything. So he probably clenched up. I'd imagine. No, but when he's got to pinch it out. Well. There was an occasion. I have a dirty mind. I'm sorry. Yeah, there was an occasion in the Aliens versus Predator game, and when the cutscenes where the alien knew that it was going to be collected as soon as it extracted, so it went out through someone's throat. That's kind of it was really brutal. So, on that positive note, we're going to call this one to an end. Nick, what do you think of Wonder Woman Conan? Savage. Oh, nice. I love that. So, on that savage note, stay at work, everyone, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.